was obviously with the Minnesota Vikings at the time, is your guy. And so both these youngsters are getting great opportunities. Both of them, I think, are quality people. And I think they're going to be very happy with the performance of both these kids.
All right, this is fascinating now. Like, we've all heard of degrees of Kevin Bacon. This is 6 degrees of Coach Neuheisel. So I also, Coach, a little birdie told me, now tell me if this is true, that Jake Peetz was a defensive assistant at UCLA, but he hung out with Norm Chow for a couple of days, and Norm said, "You're no longer a defensive assistant. You're going to come help me on the offensive side of the ball."
That is 100% accurate. Okay. That is 100% accurate. He was at Santa Barbara Junior College the year before I got there, and then got to UCLA as kind of a minion, quality control kind of guy, just hanging out in the office, working with the defensive side of things. I get the job. And obviously, I like him. I said, we need as many hands as we can get to try to keep, build what we're going to build. And Norm, when I got Norm to come on and be a part of our staff, Norm basically picked Jake and said, "You're going to be my guy." Wow. So Jake fell in with him, and I wish we would have won more games. I wish this had a happier tale where they could immediately have elevated the coordinators and head coaches without having to go to 14 different places to get there. but the bounce around impact just shows how much these guys love coaching. And I think this is really, really cool that they're going to be together and at such a prestigious place like LSU.
Well, and we're talking to Coach Rick Neuheisel here on Off the Bench. And so, Coach, now that the coaches are in place, the game is set, and we talked quarterback with UCLA. But and you have a son on the staff right now as well, the wide receivers coach. When you look at this Bruin team as a whole, what's your kind of overall scatter report? Because I got to be honest, in this part of the country, a lot of people, they're like, it's the SEC versus the Pac-12. Like, what's there to worry about? What should LSU fans be worried about with this Bruin team?
Well, it's a great question. Chip Kelly for the first time, and Chip's only 10-21 at UCLA, right? Wow. And that juxtapose that against what he was when he was at Oregon, when he was 46-7. So it's taken a while to put the pieces together. This is the first time Chip Kelly, while at UCLA, can say he has an experienced team. The quarterback being a prime example of that. If there's a concern for UCLA facing LSU, it's going to be size in the trenches. Are they big enough to handle what has always been a very formidable front seven with LSU and obviously a big-time front offensive line? If they can weather that storm and run the ball, and they're going to have a chance to run the ball because they've got a ton of tight ends. And no one is better than Chip Kelly at putting a bunch of tight ends in the game and creating extra gaps and creating some complications for the opponent defense. So that's going to be what Durante is going to be trying to figure out, is how many tight ends are in the game, how many gaps he's got to account for, because certainly LSU has two, premier corners to be able to lock down the edges. You just have to make sure that you've got every gap accounted for in the Chip Kelly run offense, including the quarterback who creates an extra gap.
Yeah. All right, Coach, last one for me. I know you got to hop on Full Ride with CeCe here coming up. But we've been talking about UCLA's schedule. They do have a week 0 matchup. They're playing against Hawaii. Now, Hawaii is an opponent that you can't just hold back. You got to go out there, run your offense, run your defense. Is that a bigger positive for UCLA in the fact that they have that game to knock the rust off? Or can LSU take something off that, knowing that they're going to have some game film on UCLA against Hawaii?
Both. And your point about the Hawaii being a formidable opponent forces Chip Kelly to use his weapons, right? Todd Graham is now the head coach at Hawaii, the former Arizona State coach. So he knows UCLA and Chip Kelly all too well. So you're going to have to, put your best foot forward to beat the Rainbow Warriors in the Rose Bowl the week before. That will give a lot of information to Durante from an offensive side of things, and certainly to Jake Peetz looking at their defense and trying to figure out how to attack UCLA. But it also kind of gets the that early season rust knocked off for UCLA. And the old adage in coaching is you make your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2. So all the substitution things will be ironed out and so forth. And so you think that might be an advantage for the Bruins. If the Bruins get through the Hawaii game with a win and healthy, I would say you'd lean UCLA to the advantage.
Coach Rick Neuheisel, there you go. Coach, last one. How are you taking in the game? I mean, you have so many
I'm
connections.
Gonna be there.
Okay.
I'm going to be there.
Working or just for fun?
No, the CBS season doesn't start yet. I will have done a preview show on the 28th, but we don't have a game on the 4th, so they're going to have a big tribute to Terry Donahue. We lost Coach Donahue over the summer, so that's going to be on Friday night. Coach O, said he at the SEC Media Days put his arm around me and said, "Hey, they fired you. Why don't you come on our sideline?" So I'm not sure where I'm going to be, but I do know I'm going to come to the game, and I'm going to be Frank the fan because there's nothing better than college football. I know we're all looking forward to it. And goodness gracious, is it going to be fun to watch Max Johnson play and LSU get off to, I know the Bayou Bengal fans want them to get off to a hot start. I think we're going to be in for a wild game, a fourth quarter game. And there's no place like the Rose Bowl. If you've got some fans that are on the fence about going out to L.A., you tell them, get to the Rose Bowl, especially when the sun sets there, and you will find heaven. You will find college football heaven.
Hey, Coach, I'm so excited you're going to be there. I'll get Danny Cannell, I'll get Doran to come, and we'll have Ricky and the Renegades Part 2. Can't wait.
There we go. I'll just have to make sure you guys get up in the morning on time.
Yeah. Hey, I
don't want to have to come corral you off Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
off of Colorado Avenue right there in Pasadena.
Tell CC we said what's up as well.
I'll do it, guys. All the best. And please, T-Bob, say hi to your dad for me.
Absolutely will do.
Coach.
Yes, sir. Coach Rick Neuheisel join us here on Off the Bench. All right, when we get back, wrapping up hour number 2 of OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to the relaxation company, okay? Look, you feel a little tense? Feel a little stressed? You need to relax? Yeah, exactly. You need to get some of those emotions out. Why don't you go to the relaxation company at Pelican Point in Gonzales and treat yourself, okay? Support a local family-owned business while also, again, treating yourself and supporting yourself, right? Look, the prices on all their services, whether it's something like a Swedish massage, something more athletic, they have a full list of services online you can go check out. The prices are incredible. The service is even better. TheRelaxationCompany.org.
Just wait until 1:30, though, to go today because they're actually closed from 9 a.m. until 1:30 p.m., but they're closed for a good reason. Company team building, right? Fantastic team. We told you that from day one. You walk in the door, you know that, right? They're always going to put their best foot forward. Call them today. Book that appointment, 225-725-4239 or therelaxationcompany.org.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
If home is where the heart is, a roof is a shield. That's why for over 25 years, South Louisiana always turns to Garcia Roofing and Sheet Metal. For more information, visit garciadidmyroof.com.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Middle Relief, and after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All Star Toyota today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Week 2 of Hunt and Hill is off and running. We're back on Tuesday's edition talking SEC football and what do we see from the Tigers on the practice field. Join Hunt and Hill noon to 2 on ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back to OTB here on 104.5 ESPN. We're back on YouTube, baby! Yeah! Shout out to you if you're watching us on YouTube.com/1045 ESPN. Hey, Danny, great job dealing with all the technical difficulties. Mario, I know you had some on your side as well. Great job, boys. The best producers in the game. Keep on hitting. Sorry we've been off for so long.
Hey, it's fine. It's not, we didn't have the head football coach of the LSU Fighting Tigers after the first scrimmage. And
it's okay. Look, we got
Rick Neuheisel.
It's all good though. Those will be up on the channel later. So if you missed O and you want to hear, that will be on OTB, as will Coach Neuheisel. We'll talk to Nick Underhill next, which you can listen to live. That'll be on the OTB OT channel. If you want to, if you want to subscribe to both of them, that really helps us. So you go ahead and do that, like the videos, all that sort of stuff. Really excited too, Jake. Just got the confirmation from our guys at LSU. We mentioned the LSU soccer season starting Thursday night. It's free for all. I believe kickoff's at 7 p.m. We'll get that correct for sure. But Coach Sean Hudson is in for 8:30 a.m. Thursday, dude. So we're calling our shot. It's going to be a big footy shot for the footy season for the Tigers this season. We're hyped.
Do you think there is a way that we can score a 53 and a 1-8 jersey?
I want a jersey. I actually don't want 53 though. I want 10.
Wait a minute.
I want 10.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Now, dude.
Hold up.
If it's a soccer
kit,
if it's a soccer kit, 53 is gross. It's like Messi wearing 30. No, man.
Oh, so your number's not versatile.
I don't think 18 looks particularly good. It's not
soccer?
as bad. No, it's not as bad as 53.
Oh,
but
Wayne Rooney, bruh.
Not peak Rooney.
Do you even Rooney?
I love Wayne.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
But that's not peak Rooney.
Do you even Rooney?
Oshner. If Wayne Rooney was to live in South Louisiana and get hurt, he would probably go to Oshner. He should go to Oshner if that happened. I don't care if you're in Baton Rouge or New Orleans. Oshner is the spot for you, okay? And the reasons are many. First off, Just look at who they work with. If you're talking about why you should trust them, right? They're now the official medical provider of the LHSA, so they're taking care of high school kids throughout the state, constantly developing new techniques to keep your kids and the community safe, right? They work with multiple colleges throughout the state, the Pels, so the professional teams, well, every single level, people trust in Ochsner. So you should too. If you have any orthopedic needs, go check out the Grove right here in Baton Rouge. Go check out their facilities in New Orleans. What do they have in common? The investment in you, okay? The facilities are top-notch. The investment in employees is top-notch. All of this comes together to make sure that your health is taken care of first and foremost. Go to ochsner.org today.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big V and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Mr. Callahan Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 9 a.m. on Tuesday, August 17th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see sunny skies with a high of 90. In case you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Coming up on OTB OT, Nick Underhill joins us up next to talk Saints. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN or by subscribing to our YouTube for new content every day. You can also check us out on CST. OTB OT from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, Peter, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo. Weekly New Orleans Saints updates with Nick Underhill on OTB are brought to you by former LSU Tiger and attorney Chris Perrette.
Holla at you, voila, boy. Welcome back, OTB, hour number 3. Shout out our guy, Woodson3 on Twitter.
Say no.
Tweeting in at us. I'm the random IT guy who helped y'all get back on live stream. Immense Networks. Hell yeah, Woodson. I don't know if Woodson served in the military. It looks like he may or may have, but we do know that he is he has Pelicans gear all over the Twitter. We love to see it, Woodson. Thank you so much. Right now, let's go to the phone lines. We got one of our other favorite people, our guy Nick Underhill of NewOrleans.football, the best Saints site on the internet, in my opinion. Remember, you sign up for NewOrleans.football today. Not only do you get the best information, but that support goes straight to supporting Nick and the work that he does. No corporate overlords, no BS. Nick, what's up, man? Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Wow. Okay, it's going great, Nick. I guess I'm just shocked because for you, I know that you have probably felt like this last week, getting a preseason game and then preseason film to break down. Has this felt a bit like Christmas to you?
Yeah, it has been good, and just getting that better look at everything. I think that the game, mostly for the most part, was kind of like a microcosm of what camp has been, and I don't really think that there were too many surprises. So, I think that was good, just kind of from the evaluation standpoint. There was some confirmation that we weren't being overly dumb about the things we were seeing out here. But I think overall, some of the stuff that you felt bad about with this team or concerned about, I think the first signs were positive. Obviously, there's a long way to go before you feel good about, Zach Bond all the way through. But that first game for him was outstanding. I think the linebacker depth is as good as we kind of thought it was before they brought in Quan Alexander, which made it even better. CB2, it looks like, they probably still need someone else there, but Paulson Adebo played as well as I think you could have pictured for him. He was targeted 7 times, gave up 3 catches, I think, for 19 yards. So his coverage was good. Crawley only gave up 1 catch. So I think some of those huge concern areas for the team looked okay in this game. And again, you got a long way to go. It's one preseason game, but that first exposure, I think outside of the turnovers, the Saints probably came out of this feeling pretty good about most of the stuff that happened.
Well, let's start with Bond, Nick, because you seem very high on him both after the immediate reaction and the film review, going so far to say that he was the best player on the field from both teams. What exactly did you see out of Bond that made you so excited for him?
Man, it was unbelievable. The way he just was able to diagnose, react, make plays. He blitzed really well. I thought his highlight play, the highlight moment, and this was something they struggled against the Raiders last year with Darren Waller and then the Packers, those bootlegs and just the tight ends spilling out into the flat, and they just get killed on it. Bond saw one, diagnosed it, dropped it for a loss of yardage. In the running game, he was hitting the right gaps. And last year, the thing with him in practice is you would see the recognition, but then the reaction, that there was a gap between it. So it was like click and then boom, boom, react. Now it's just he sees it and he goes, and he was able to stop some runs. He was where he was supposed to be in coverage. Just everything that you would have wanted to see from him, he did well. And for that progression for him, I think a lot of us were wondering in March, April, before camp started, and then they bring in Quan Alexander before seeing him in a game, hey, what's going on with Bond? Is this a bad pick? Was it a bust? No, I don't think that's the case. I mean, his future looks really good. Again, in maintaining this level that he was in this game, I think it's going to be really hard for him. But at least you see there's something there, and I think it's proof positive that this transition for him going from defensive end in college to off-the-ball linebacker with the Saints is probably going to work. And I couldn't be more encouraged about, the things he did and what we saw from him. And, we'll see where his role fits in. But that competition now, Quan Alexander, Pete Werner, and him for that spot to play next to Mario Davis, they got 3 really good options at that spot. And, I think linebacker all of a sudden is starting to look like a strength for this team.
I think you're exactly right, Nick. I think that was a bright spot. Another bright spot on the first preseason game was Juwan Johnson. Somebody asked you about a week ago. I know that he's transitioning from a receiver to a tight end. He's going to be a little bit of a unique player, not going to be a Y tight end, but he had a nice game. Is there a plan for Juwan Johnson to not only make this roster, but to have a say in the offense?
I think he's going to make the team. I think he's going to have a role in the offense. I think he's going to be a contributor for them and someone they look to, on third downs. The most interesting thing in this game, third downs, I think he got all the third down snaps between him, Troutman, and Nick Van Ette when those guys were still in the game. So it could be a situation where they put him out there just in those passing situations and use him to create those mismatches. But this is the stuff we've been seeing from him all throughout camp. And, I wrote this last week, kind of if you just laid everybody out and you were coming in blind, didn't know anything about any of these guys, all the tight ends, if you came to this camp at any point, you probably would have walked away and been like, 83, looks like someone that's going to do some stuff for them. And, you don't know the pedigree and all that. So your evaluation would be different. Now, we know he's an undrafted guy transitioning from wide receiver, and, that there's a little bit of a road there. I think he had one snap in pass protection and he blew a block. So that was, a downside there, and he's going to need to get better at that. But, I think putting him out there in those passing situations, he's going to do some damage. And look, honestly, he's probably been the guy with the most highlight plays in camp. And I don't even think that's a debate out of all the tight ends. He's the guy that flashes the most. He has the most catches. He makes the most big plays. And, granted, given where he's coming from, you kind of hesitate to go all the way there with it. But I've been impressed. This game I thought was more proof positive to that. He got down the field. The 2-minute play, he ran that route, up the seam about as well as anybody has in this offense. And, I think those are the things he can do. And if you get that guy on a linebacker, I don't know who's going to be able to stop him in those kind of situations. So, and, he's also very big. So you put a safety on him, you get the mismatch there. So I think they're going to be able to exploit that. And it's going to be interesting to see, going into the season, because those 2-minute situations, 4-minute situations, Sean Payton schemes that as well as anybody. And historically, since going out to about Kobe Fleener, the guy, the tight end that was in this offense, always ate. And Kobe Fleener got a lot of yards in those situations, not a lot outside of them the last couple of years. Tight end production's been a little bit different for this team. But, I think if you're on the field, it just in those situations alone, you're going to stumble into 200-300 yards easy. And then, where else are you getting on the field? So I think he's going to get some yardage and do some damage for this team.
A couple other names before we get to the quarterback conversation, Nick. Did the game kind of feel like validation of what you've seen out of Marquez Callaway thus far?
Yeah, look, I thought he played really well. That first drive by Taysom was really outstanding. And, he was seeing Callaway, his first read on a lot of those plays, getting it out to him. And, he went and made plays. I think that's one of those things where you feel a little bit better, heading into the season. Okay, this guy can make some plays. He's legitimate. The other receivers, I think there's still a lot of question marks. Lil Jordan Humphrey came 2 plays away from creating some hype, but those 2 plays, he lets the quarterback poke it out. And then, look, the Jameis interception, I don't know how you can put that on Jameis. The ball might be a little bit underthrown, but you throw the ball at the back of a cornerback and your 6'4", 225-pound wide receiver gets his hands on it. It's got to be caught or it's got to go incomplete. It can't get flipped up into the air for an interception. So I thought if he would have made those couple plays, you'd feel a little bit better about the whole wide receiver picture. They got one. I think there's still questions about the other spots until Mike Thomas, Traquan Smith come back. But, knowing that there is at least one guy that theoretically you can throw the ball to, he's gonna catch it. And, the one thing I would have liked to see from him is maybe a couple things in tighter windows. His 3 catches, it was all off coverage. There was, I think, 4 other snaps where he went up against press coverage. I saw him get open on 2 of them. So, that was good to see. So I think, even though the ball wasn't going them, there was some evidence that he can get open against that tighter coverage, create some separation. So if they got one, they can survive. And, it does look like they got one guy and, you hang with him, you get Traquan back and just ride it out until Mike Thomas comes back and it might be okay for him.
All right, we'll circle back, Tony Jones. Let's go ahead and talk quarterbacks right now, Nick. And I want you to feel free to tell me I'm wrong or just answer this, whatever you objectively think, right? Obviously, now that I need to tell you that. When I looked at this game, although statistically Winston and Hill were very similar, I actually came away far more impressed with Winston. Is my own bias? I don't know. What I saw out of Winston, though, I feel like I saw somebody consistently go deeper in their reads. I saw someone with a way higher ceiling in terms of just arm talent. And I saw someone who, as you said, if Jordan Humphrey comes up with that catch, or even if it's incomplete, then he wins the day outright. I know everybody's saying that the competition was really close. I actually don't think it was that close this last game. And even though Taysom played all right, like Taysom played well, but Winston played better, and you can see how much higher the potential is, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Jameis had the better game. I mean, I don't think that was really that hard to see. And you know, Taysom, even if you push aside the Ty Montgomery interception and say, oh, we don't know, like, you know, against cover 3 zone, guy usually sits in the zone. That's, you know, usually how you see that play played, but, you know, there's miscommunication, whatever. You want to throw that one away, whatever. There should have been another interception from him. So, you know, there's one in a maybe. And look, that first drive was really good, but it was first read plays, and he sees his first read, the ball gets out. And look, if you could get that from him every single drive, that would be outstanding. But like when things got a little messier, the picture got dirtier, you saw it slow down a little bit, and it got a little bit, you know, harder. And, you know, missing that pass to the running back in the flat, or coming out on the delayed screen, like that's the stuff we saw him do last year and miss on it. It was like, okay, he's going to get better at this. First time we saw it, he didn't get better at it. So those are things that I think he needs to really show going into this next game. Faster decisions still. It's the same story. Hit these passes, short passes to running backs, take some smoke off it, get the ball there, have it be accurate. Those are the things he still needs to do. The one thing that gives me just a little bit of pause about Jameis is that pretty much all of his highlight moments were in the 2-minute offense. And I think Sean Payton schemes that 2-minute offense better than possibly anyone in the NFL. Now going over 2 seasons and a preseason, we've seen 4 quarterbacks operate it at a very high level. Guys are wide open, you know, going up the seams. Like he's hitting those throws, and that the touchdown throw was, I thought, outstanding. He read the safety once he saw the safety break. He put the ball to Lil Jordan Humphrey on one-on-one coverage, so that was a good play. You know, the pass down the field, I have no issue with it. I thought it was a good pass. Again, maybe 18 inches off of being like a perfectly thrown ball to where he can go and get it. But if he would have went over top with it, safety's lurking, it gets picked off. So I thought that was a fine decision. That's a throw that you make. You see NFL quarterbacks make that throw all the time. Put it on the back of the cornerback. Wide receiver either gets it or it's incomplete. Like, we don't need to grade Jameis on the scale where he needs to be 2 times better and 2 times more, you know, decisions need to be better than everybody. Like, that's a good decision. That's a pass you'd see Drew Brees make. He had the guy open going up the sideline. Like, I have no issue with that whatsoever. I don't think it was a hero ball moment or, you know, Jameis feeling like, oh, I'm rolling, I can win this on this throw. No, I think he made a good decision given what he saw on the field. So, you know, I think he is a little bit ahead. It's just, you know, I just need to see that one more thing. I need him to go out here this week and have some momentum in practice and go into this game and play well. Because every time he's gotten to the point where he can put his foot on Taysom's neck and kind of end the battle, Taysom gets back into it, and that door just doesn't close quite the way it should. So it's close. You know, I thought he played better. You know, I just want to see him go out there, start this game, maybe do some stuff outside of the 2-minute and, you know, kind of seal it. But, yeah, I mean, I think he definitely has the upper hand going into this next game against Jacksonville.
Hey, real quick, Nick, as we sit here on August the 17th, where's the running back depth for you for the Saints? Because the game, obviously, your veteran players left a lot to be desired there.
Yeah, you know, obviously, you know, Alvin's going to be number one. I think Tony Jones Jr. with the game he had, I think he played well enough that the other 31 teams in the league probably are going to take notice and be watching to see what he does next. So if he, you know, has another good game, I think he's forced his way onto the roster, or else you got to be willing to cut him and lose him. Even maybe after this one, it might have been enough. I mean, his vision on those outside zone runs and the way he was able to cut and be patient and, you know, just make all the right decisions. Even on the play where he fumbled, like, he's got to protect that ball better. But the cutback on that play was just it was unbelievable. I mean, his vision was just out of this world. So I think he's someone that needs to be on the team. You know, I still think Murray's fine. I think if they were going to get rid of him, that's probably something that would have happened this offseason, and maybe you cut him so you keep Janoris Jenkins. You know, he hasn't been doing a lot in camp, but I think it's, you know, a 31-year-old player, a 31-year-old running back. You're probably just kind of trying to save his mileage and just get him ready for the season. You need that pounding back, and I'm not sure they have another one. You know, I think Freeman probably hurt himself more than anyone else going into this game. I think he needed to have a good performance. You know, he'll get another opportunity at it, but, you know, he's an older guy that's kind of like on the backside of his career, and I don't think, you know, you can come in and afford to have those kind of mistakes. So he's got to be a lot better in this next game. So if I had to pick him today, I go Alvin on, Murray on. I definitely have Jones on, Alex Arma, fullback. Who am I missing?
Out of the running back room, I don't know. Would they keep more than that?
Yeah, I mean that's probably your group right there. I mean, and then Freeman's out, so that's probably how I go about doing it. And I mean, I think Tony Jones is someone that probably needs to be on the team though.
There you go, man. The absolute best dude, Nick Underhill, Nick_Underhill on Twitter. NewOrleans.football is the site. Go sign up today. Nick, have fun at practice, man, and can't wait for preseason game 2.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, later, Nick. Okay, so Tony Jones Jr., Jake, there you go. Where did he come from? Do you know?
A school.
Notre Dame. He went to Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. What is he, rookie?
Second year.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was undrafted last year out of Notre Dame. He was with the Saints last year, mostly with the practice squad.
Right?
Then against Carolina, he was supposed to play, but Ty Montgomery came in and kind of took all his carries.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ty balled out.
Last year's practice squad's hard to keep up with just because it was so different. You had veterans on the practice
Yeah,
squad. You had like 15-year vets that were on the practice squad. You had guys on practice squads that were coaching high school football in Texas, but were still on the practice squad just in case. Josh McCown.
Weird. Oh, wow.
I mean,
I did not know that.
So it was kind of all over the place.
Either way, good for him, man. I hope he works himself into a role this year. He's definitely on the edge of it. Go sign up for New Orleans on football. All right, when we get back, breaking down some more preseason action. The conversation that we ended up running out of time for yesterday, maybe talk a little quarterbacks, as well as some more. Just stick around. You'll see. Off the bench, 104.5 ESPN.
OTB, OT.
Go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org. 925-8552 is the number. 925-8552. Any plumbing issues that you have, you want to go see our friends over there at Central Plumbing, okay? Or don't see them, we'll see them when they come to your house, okay? So you call 925-8552. They come to your home, and it doesn't matter what the problem is, okay? It doesn't matter how old or new your toilet is. They've been at it for 50 years. They've seen it all. They can fix it all. You call them up. You don't lift a finger. Everybody's licensed, bond insured. Your problems are solved. CentralPlumbing.org.
They do that better than anyone. Let's call it. Like T-Bob has to call them so many times, but it's not the only thing that they can do. Of course, that 24/7 emergency service is great. But if you've got a bathroom remodel, right? You're wanting a new look to your bathroom, well, they can come out, they can give that consultation, and they can give that to you. If you're looking to install a new tankless water heater, I'm telling you, these things, if you have children, they are lifesavers. Check it all out online at centralplumbing.org.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law offices of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Service Mastery Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Mastery Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Mastery Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster.
Join us for a Tuesday edition of Early Line as we preview a full night of Major League Baseball with Tyler Moody, break down the odds of some starting quarterback competitions across the NFL, and more. Join us 2 p.m. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Oh, the explosive arrows to the helicopter. Oh, my gosh. If you're listening, you're probably jamming out anyway. But if you're watching, you just got treated to an excellent new video intro from Danny there, using a lot of Rambo footage. I got it. Okay, trust circle, safe circle time. I don't know much about John Rambo. I've never seen First Blood. I've seen parts of First Blood. In fact, the only Rambo movie I've ever seen was Rambo HD, which is still really tight. It's Old Man Sly. He has the bow. He's on the 50 cal. It's insane, but like I don't actually recognize. I have no context for any of the sweet action montage that I just saw. How many movies? How many Rambo movies is that from? Is that from multiple movies, Danny?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, yeah, because First Blood, I believe, is on American soil, and all that did not look like it took place on American soil. But you know, I'm kind of talking to my boat. What do you know? Do you know about Rambo?
Yeah.
Jay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You weren't speaking up.
Well, I think that the general room kind of knew that. Because remember we had the Sly.
No, these two are way too young. No,
I'm talking about for me.
I saw Rambo. What do you mean?
I'm saying because we had the argument between Sly and Arnold, and I was Team Sly all day, every day.
Yes.
So
I figured. I figured you were. Yeah.
Right. In First Blood, he's a homeless Vietnam veteran.
Yeah.
You need to really check it out. I really don't know that I've ever met an American that hasn't seen Rambo or First Blood or like just. I really don't know. Where
I've seen The Patriot now. Okay.
And did you like it?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay. Check out First Blood.
It was like reading a Revolutionary War comic book. Is it okay? So PC. It sounds like PC Gaming Bird. No, I have no idea what the name is. The only Rambo movie to watch is the first one.
First Blood's fantastic. It's my favorite. No. I do not agree that's the only one to watch. You can watch that one because it is the best one. No, it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
The last one, I haven't seen it, but it's supposedly like extreme, like to the max.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
They make one after like 2011's Rambo HD.
Yeah, they just made one.
Okay.
Not that long ago, right, Dan?
Yeah, not that long ago.
Okay, Craig Granger, my guy, saying that I gotta watch them. They're all amazing. Okay, look, y'all have given me something to catch up on. Now, the first one though, I know that it's kind of, I know that the other ones just get crazy and crazier, like badass, just over the top action. The first one sounds like it has a pretty strong emotional heartbeat as well, kind of, right? Like dealing with how the country
first Rocky.
Like
the first Rocky's kind of the same way, right? It's the Kentucky State Police. They're coming after John Rambo.
And he's kind of been mistreated by his country, and it's like a commentary on Vietnam vets and how they were treated when they returned, which is really one of the darker parts of our kind of, I think, our country's history in a lot of ways. Okay, I'm excited. I always love having new movie holes to go down. I'm pumped. A couple of things I want to talk about from this NFL preseason. First off, we talk about a quarterback. This is a good point that Nick kind of pointed out in my head. Both quarterbacks last time benefited from something that Sean Payton's really good at. You saw Taysom, who, look, I keep criticizing for not getting very deep in his reads. But, if your first read don't, your first read don't, right? So that's not the worst thing. But then again, he did benefit from first drive Sean Payton, where Sean Payton's always locked in on the first drive. And then you got to figure things out more. And he did struggle a bit more. Jameis did benefit from Sean Payton 2-minute, whereas Nick said he's best. I'm excited in preseason game number 2 to see that flipped. It's just something to be on the watch for, right? How do these guys perform when they get the advantage that the other one had? And here's another thing that I want to talk about. We didn't get to yesterday, and I might be beating a dead horse here because it feels like everybody's saying this. But how do you feel about these new taunting rules?
Trash.
Because to me, I have like a visceral, angry reaction in watching the flags that were thrown this weekend for taunting. It's insane. Danny, I have a link there to the Colts one. If you want to bring that up, it is the most offensive one, I think, of the weekend. But here's my question, Jake, because you understand better about how the NFL rules work and everything. I know the refs meet in the offseason. They're like, okay, this is going to be the point of emphasis. They go into the locker room. They show you all the video, okay? Is there still time for adjustment, right? Like, do they get in there Sunday and they say after the Colts one, like, that's too much. That's not what we're calling this year. Like, can they still dial it back, or is this what we're going to be dealing with all year?
No, they can dial it back. And also what they can do is they can overemphasize it in the preseason just to almost use it as a scare tactic for the regular season. They want to say, hey, we're going to call it like this. This is how we're going to call it, even though internally you're probably having a meeting like, hey, guys, this isn't exactly what we're talking about. This is a little too much. This is back to the no fun league, okay? We don't want to do that. We open up celebrations for a reason. So there can be a little bit of a in-between. So my hope is they saw this and said, guys, we're not flagging someone for a let's go. That's what that was. That was
all
a
he did was flex, dude. He carried the entire team. If you can't flex on the team where you just carried like 10 guys, 10 yards, I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
He displayed physical dominance over his opponent. He should be able to, and it was literally just a let's go.
If that gets penalized, you're going to have 4 of those a game.
And the problem there is that's going to, that was a big play. If that was a regular season game that mattered, here you have the Colts down 5, that gets you across the 50, and now that's just eliminated? Like this could take points off the board. This could be the difference between wins and losses, playoffs and all that if you wanted to go like super with it. It's crazy. Like where was the motivation to do this? Like, what was the impetus behind it? Was it all Tyreek Hill? And
I think it was. That was the big one. That was the one that everybody talked about, right? And
but
even
Tyreek Hill's the one who does it. Everybody else.
Yeah, you did it. You opened up, and I even think Tyreek Hill, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he? Was like, okay, I'd do it.
Yeah,
they're gonna do it back to me.
That's the other thing. The majority of players love taunting. Like if you were to ask,
I love someone taunting me. It made me fired up.
If you were going to ask the players, do you want all taunting to be allowed? They would say yes. Nobody would be like, no. So like, what do they think they're protecting like the precious youth of America or something? I don't quite understand.
I don't either, because that is not what certainly it's not what they intended. Okay, is there some blatant ones like when Joe Burrow got hit against Central Florida in the Fiesta Bowl, and that linebacker went over there when Joe looked like he was out and barked at him before he left.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's what they're probably trying to say. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But to do
I wish you could, though.
That guy just carried like 6-7 people, and he was running backwards. And yeah, he had some help from his offensive lineman, but that doesn't matter. He was still pulling half the team. Dude gets up and says, "Let's go."
Reeve saying is if penalty is from the end of the play, or excuse me, he says, is the penalty from the end of the play, or is the play completely negated? No, I believe it's from where the ball would be spotted.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because the play is over because you're taunting.
It's a dead ball. It's a dead ball situation.
Okay, it's a dead ball situation. So if you were to pull a Brad Wing and taunt going into the end zone, they're not doing the college thing where they're taking the points off the board. You score and then it's enforced after on the extra point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and to be 15 yards right? Like even Reeves saying I could see them going 5 yards. That would make it somewhat more acceptable, but I hate it. I hate it.
I've not seen anyone, even the oldest of old school people, that think that this is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't get it. Okay, so the other big news that just broke, and ESPN's been about 20 minutes on it. We'll spend a minute. Tim Tebow was cut from the Jacksonville Jaguars. No surprise there. It didn't look great the other night. You know what I appreciate though, as someone who a lot of times I'm afraid to try things, right? Because I don't want to fail. Failure sucks, so I don't go for things. Regardless of how you feel about Tim, never let it be said that he is afraid to go for it, right? Because he knew that if this ended this way, which it most likely would, that everybody would have a comment. I mean, here we are talking about that everybody would. He's being clowned all over the place. And yet, he went for it anyway. I think there's something very admirable there.
I just don't get it. I don't get it, even if you don't enjoy Tim Tebow, right? Even if he's not your cup of tea. I've never met an athlete that when he fails, so many people are happy. When you meet Tim Tebow, he's as genuine as you'll find. He just is.
Yeah.
He is someone that is genuine. He is someone that enjoys sports. He enjoys talking about sports. And he is someone that, wants to go out and better the world and everything he does. That's just his mindset. I don't understand the hate that he gets when he fails. Like, I've never really seen an athlete that universally people enjoy his failures.
I think there's probably an element of jealousy. There's also that video of this girlfriend where he does the baby talk. I was like, whoa, bro, you can't be doing baby talk. So I don't know.
Look, and I know Tim's not for everybody. Like, I truly know that. I know that Tim Tebow is not for everybody. But can you think of another athlete that when he fails, people celebrate it more?
I would have to think, no, Tim moves the needle. He always has. Right? He definitely always has. So look, and you know what? He's going to be just fine. He'll be back.
He'll be fine. He's going to be a public speaker, which is what he was doing before he tried for football.
He's still on Game Day, right?
He's on the SEC Network's version of College Game Day. Yeah. So SEC Nation.
He'll be
back. Tim Tebow is like jacked. I'm just now realizing like how pure muscle.
Bro, what are you talking about?
No, I knew he was back before, but
I mean,
like
he's on that Danny Cardenas workout plan, dude. Except he's not skipping leg day.
Oh my God.
All right. Okay, so Emil saying I stopped liking Tim Tebow after that strange Super Bowl ad. I don't know. Remember that? Craig Granger saying I think it was a whole stunt. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. Trent Ritchie, I don't know why people hate him. He's a good dude. He's a great college football player, and he's a good analyst, in my opinion, knows ball. I mean, look, let's be clear. A lot of people hate him because he was a great college football player, because you suffered directly at the hands of him, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's why I hated him, because those Florida teams were really good. But yeah, whatever. Good on him, man. And yeah, he kind of knew it was good this way. All right, when we get back, more preseason talk about these new rookie quarterbacks. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
OTB, OT.
Go to GEAUXroof.com. That's GoRoof.com. 927-8300 is the number. I should do a bad Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood. Look, go to GoRoof.com, 927-8300 for all your roofing needs. Get a free professional estimate. So if a storm pops up, passes over, you just want to know, maybe you think you got an issue, right? But you're like, I don't want to commit any money to figuring the problem out. Okay, well, you don't. Free professional estimate. So then you get a fully informed breakdown of what's going on, and you make a fully informed decision about what to do next. If you need some work done, if it ends up that way, and you go through with it, well, everybody's licensed upon and insured. And then how about standing by their work? They offer a 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty. So, you want peace of mind before, during, and after? You want to go to Go Roof. 927-8300. That's GEAUXroof.com. 927-8300.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at patientplusuc.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible. And
hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Tuesday's AFR presented by Insurance Network of Louisiana. Saints and Tigers both back on the practice field. We'll have updates from both camps. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Jake, when you were out of the room for a minute, I think it is probably, I think this came out of chat as well. We found an athlete that I think is kind of viewed or talked about in a similar light to Tebow, maybe even on a grander scale. I think LeBron would be the other one that people love to watch fail so much, and for the same reason, right? Partially because he's really good, which a lot of people hate on Tebow for, and then partially because for whatever reason he himself has almost become politicized, where it's like, you know, one side kind of supports him, the other side doesn't, and I think you see that with Tebow a bit as well.
That is not a bad comp, but I actually feel like there's a lot of LeBron supporters as well.
Oh, there's a lot of Tebow
He's
supporters
got a
now,
lot
though,
of.
Come on, now. Maybe not as.
I think there's a
many
lot that
public voices.
appreciate like his values and things like that, but there's still some fan bases that, although they appreciate that, they're like, that Tebow on 3rd and 4 every time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, that's the thing.
LeBron's not a bad comp, though.
Some people are doing this. Yeah, some people are doing this out of their emotions over the competitive aspect, and some are doing it because politics, like everything else in life, where people just really struggle to separate how they feel about anything. I want to figure out how we feel about the rookie quarterback play over the weekend. I'm missing someone here. I tried to rank the QBs and how they played. Who am I missing? I've got Justin Fields on this list. I've got Mac Jones. I've got Trey Lance. I've got Zach Wilson. Am I missing one of the first-round quarterbacks, or is that everybody?
So do you consider Jordan Love, because he didn't dress for a game last year? Like, where are you putting him?
Oh, I didn't even think. I actually didn't watch Jordan Love. How do he do? I mean, I don't consider him rookie. He should be good. If he looked like how the rookies looked, I think that would be very bad.
But if you think about it, he didn't have a preseason last year and did not dress. Did not put on a jersey last year in a game, was always the third quarterback that was inactive. He was 12 of 17, 122 yards and a tug.
Okay, that's good. That's good then. He should have done that.
You missed Davis Mills, the guy from your high school.
If he would have had, I guess I was thinking more like the first round guys. Trevor Lawrence. Oh my God, there we go, dude. I knew it. I was like, I knew I was missing one. I was missing the first overall pick. Yeah.
I guess I just assumed you said his name.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. Okay.
I was fully expecting you to forget. Which one did you say last?
Trey Lance?
No.
Zach Wilson? I was latest to actually watching Zach Wilson play. Okay,
you're not going to go, but Davis Mills is going to be the starter, coach.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. No, shout out Davis Mills, dude. I love Davis Mills.
And you hate your high school, I guess.
No, I like my high school. One of my favorite.
Although he was 11 of 22.
He's actually been dating one of my best friend's little sisters for like years now. So, and also, I had a buddy kind of help him move into Houston, right? And so he drove through Baton Rouge, and he stopped by for the night. And when I tell you, Davis Mills has the biggest and sickest gaming PC that you can wrap your head around. Oh my God, dude. I mean, you need an entire custom table to house this thing. It is a true war machine. It looks like you could climb inside of it and ride around it like a dreadnought.
I feel like you judge people off their gaming PCs.
You get bonus points.
It is the most important thing in your life outside of your wife and children. Yes, it is. 1,000% it is.
No, you get bonus points. It's like Henry Cavill, right? The actor who plays Geralt in Witcher and Superman. You hear about him being a huge gamer and having a sick PC. Like, okay, dude, you're cool.
Every time somebody comes on this show and they're like, I'm actually kind of a gamer. I got a PC. You're like, oh, really? Tell me more.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about it. I don't have one. Okay, so I would rank them like this. I think Justin Fields clearly had the best day, right? Now I'm not as high on the day as everybody else. It was still good. It was a lot of easy stuff, but of course it's easy stuff. That's what you're trying to scheme up for your rookie quarterback. Although Justin Fields had the best day, I have Zach Wilson second on my list. He looked pretty solid.
I thought he looked
actually,
smooth.
Dude. Very smooth.
If you can look smooth
Very
with
poised.
the Jets, he did. I thought with what he has to work with, I thought actually he might have actually looked the best. Although Justin Fields was pretty electric.
Justin Fields was clearly the best. Yeah. I think Zach Wilson just looked smooth. I think Mac Jones probably comes third on this list. Boston fans can't wait to replace Cam with him. And look, Cam threw
Boston fan. That's weird.
Did you see the standing ovation? Well, look, people can read into that every one. I was just about to say that Cam threw 5 touchdowns last year, or whatever it was. Maybe it was 2 or 3. They need more under center there, and you could see from the reaction. Trey Lance, I thought was next, although. I thought him and both Trevor Lawrence were really bad.
Outside of one play for both of them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The only reason I put Lance above Lawrence was because of the 60-something yard touchdown. But, yeah, both them. And this is the funny thing about Lawrence, right? This is the ultimate overreaction one day. It's
Let's do it.
Game. But it is what we always talked about. Not challenged a lot in college.
Nope.
When he was challenged, you saw him struggle a bit.
Yep.
That's going to be every week and then some. He'll be challenged more every single week in the NFL than he ever was once in college. And so it's going to be interesting because he has all the physical skills, I believe, to overcome all that, but it will take time.
Yeah, it will. And so my take on Trevor Lawrence was I didn't understand the generational stuff. I thought he was a really good quarterback with really good skills, almost elite skills. But I never saw the generational stuff, right? Him being talked about in the Peyton Manning, even Andrew Luck when he was coming out, John Elway. I didn't see that. I thought he could be a really good quarterback, but I didn't see the generational stuff. So I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. Do I ever think he's going to be a top 3 guy in the league? I don't. I personally don't think that about him, but that's okay. You can still be a great quarterback.
I love this. I know this was your take preseason game 1, but I love this as a take post-preseason game 1.
It was that take. Yeah, it was my take. I've talked about this for a long time because of the things that you talked about. When the talent got even on the field, right, his play went down.
Yeah.
It did. That's not to say that he can't be a great quarterback, but his play did go down from where it was when the talent was even on the field. So when you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars roster, and minus Tim Tebow, it's not going to stack up a lot of weeks.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
no.
so what can he do? What can he do to
in a way though that is not bad.
raise the level? Because Gardner Minshew, I mean, he raised the level at times when he was a starting quarterback. Okay, Trevor's more talented than him. What can he do with this roster?
The stats will be bad, but that may not be the worst thing for Lawrence, because if his physical skill set is there like that, then he's kind of being thrown in the deep end, and you got to learn how to swim. And if he learns how to swim, then he should have the tools figured out. We'll see. The Trey Lance thing, yeah, it's a good thing you got Jimmy Garoppolo, because I mean Trey Lance looks like a bit of a project still. Although the throw that he did make was pretty sweet.
Like, is Jimmy G, I know he's been up and down, but is Jimmy G someone that you can see being a starter elsewhere?
I mean, he would start on other teams.
If they
Colts would love to have Garoppolo.
So I'm saying, like, what can they get for him? Because all the reports out of camp are, yeah, Jimmy G's looking good. It's the best he's ever looked. Look, you want his trade value to be extremely high.
Yeah, but are they going to move him?
That's what would they move him?
They can't move him because the Niners
heaven
should
and earth to move up to 3.
No, I know, which I still don't understand, but they can't move him because the Niners are going to be really good this year. Like last year, they got hurt. That's why they got screwed up. If they didn't get hurt, they would have been really good last year. So it's like they can't afford to go to a rookie quarterback right now. So no, I think Jimmy G's there to stay at least this year. All right, let's close out the show with Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Curse Light, next here on OTB.
OTB, OT.
Look, you see it over my shoulder every single day as we're doing the show here. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com is the site. We love All-Star Toyota. They helped me and my family when we had to buy not one but 2 new vehicles. Find the answers, right? One of those answers is a minivan, and I absolutely love the Sienna. The other one I never would have expected, leasing a Camry, right? But that's kind of the point. Is I had questions, I had a number, and All-Star found the answers for me and my situation, and they can do that for you as well.
Check out All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All your needs can be met, no matter what you're looking for. Like, doesn't matter what your family size is, what your needs are, they're going to have something for you. If you're looking for a hybrid, they have different options there. Even a midsize SUV hybrid, right, with that Highlander. Go check out the full fleet. 4Runner, Tacoma, Tundra, you name it, they've got it. You can join the minivan gang. Yeah. That's it, minivan gang.
MVG.
With T-Bob, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at patientplusuc.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Join me, Jimmy Ott, and Mike Delicano from Dozy Place on Government Street in the heart of Mid-City for the Tuesday evening edition of Game Time. Troy Mack, Matt Ewins from VEASAN, and more. Tuesday night edition of Game Time presented by Bet Rivers from Dozy Place on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Yeah, I told you we'd be back. Arnold, in the intro, I love Terminator, especially T2. I haven't seen T1 in forever, actually. T2's got that weird James Cameron thing where it's just like the second one kind of starts to overshadow the first one.
The first one, obviously, really good. That's why they made a second one. But I'm with you. Like, when I think Terminator, I always go T2.
Yep. It's kind of like most people think
Great
Aliens.
Great villain in T2.
And then most people think Aliens, not Alien. Though I actually prefer, well, I don't know if I prefer it anymore. Like, I always preferred Alien growing up because it's more of a horror movie, but I saw Aliens again a couple months back, and Aliens is awesome. So, yeah, James Cameron knew what he was doing with cheesy 80s.
Whoa.
What?
Cheesy 80s?
Yes, cheesy 80 action movies. Have you seen Aliens?
Yeah.
Game over, man. Bill Paxton. I mean, like, these stereotypical space marines that are all like, I mean, it's awesome. It is cheese, though.
Cheese?
But in a good way, yes.
Ain't nothing about that man behind you in those sunglasses cheesy.
Not Terminator as much as Aliens. I will say that. I will agree with you there. T2 not as much as Aliens, but there's a bit of cheese there. All right, let's get to Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Curse Light, Vizzy Hard Seltzer, and Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Sweet. That's like Ask the Bench. What do y'all think about Travis Etienne getting Rookie of the Year? Jennings, Louisiana, stand up. That ain't happening.
I don't think so.
Ask the Bench, does Max Johnson have more total yards in 12 games than whoever starts for the Saints in 17 games? No.
Nah.
No shot.
No, right? I mean, what are we talking about?
The math does not add up.
No. I thought there was, yeah, okay. Hashtag Ask the Bench. What pickled veggies do y'all put in your Bloody Mary?
I don't love Bloody Marys. Just don't do it.
I don't like
Not
Bloody
a big
Marys
tomato
either.
fan. Not a big tomato guy.
Last one I had was horrible, and I'm never gonna have one again.
What was in it?
Just like a bunch of random stuff.
Great for hangovers, Bloody Mary.
One. I can do maybe one for that very reason, Mario. You need a little take the edge off, little hair of the dog, little kickstart, but got to switch it up immediately. And then you got to drink a Cold Curse Light. All right, get it? Or a Vizzy Hard Seltzer.
Yeah, get it.
Or maybe a Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Sweet.
I get it.
Hell yeah, Mark Cumbie. The 80s did do the best that they had with the technology they had. That's why Aliens is actually so awesome now, because the tech still looks great. So do the old Star Wars movies. Y'all have a great day. I'm about to go record an episode of the LSU Football Podcast. Great job. So look for that.
Hey Fighting Podcast as well.
Whoa, chill out.
Hey Fighting Podcast.
No, chill out.
OTB, OT.
There it is, the extra mile on the border of expected and